Hey folks, welcome to the Wealth Transfer with TC. Today I'm going to be discussing Dr. Maria Conwell's blind bull dream. And just over the last 14 months, we've been discussing and setting up our buy limit orders, especially for the most part Bitcoin, and also people have been shown dreams and visions of other cryptocurrencies, and as well as just setting buy limit orders for basically any cryptocurrency that you want for this time period that's getting ready to take place. And more recently, we've been shown over the last several months dealing with not just the crypto and Bitcoin markets crashing, but also the stock market crashing too as well. And once the crypto markets, Bitcoin goes down, so will the stock market. And there are many different scenarios that we've discussed that's going to cause this. Now, before I go any further, folks, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing information, giving you my thoughts and my opinions on that information. If you guys like these videos that I make, the support links are down below in the description and also the About section of YouTube. All right, for a while now, and this is really, I heard this more during the summer, that we were really expecting some type of bull run. And then, we came across some other prophetic words about a manufactured spike, dealing with cryptocurrency. Probably will happen with the stock market too as well. But more recently, the Federal Reserve raised their interest rates. And a lot of financial experts were saying if they raise interest rates again, that they're going to cause us to be in a recession, which I believe that we're in one right now. And they're also going to continue to raise the rates throughout 2023. And there's not going to be any rate cuts in 2023. So the outlook of the economy actually isn't really all that great. And the Federal Reserve, in order to get inflation down, they're going to have to put us into a recession. And that's exactly where we are headed into. I think we're there now already, but it's going to be a whole lot worse. Now, we've discussed different prophetic dreams and visions concerning Bitcoin crashing, going down from 16,000 to 8,000, then down to zero. And the more recent one was 19,500 to zero. And so that more recent one, that means that the price of Bitcoin is going to have to go above 19,500, right? So that's one of the expectations that I have. Whether it's manufactured or whatever the case, I'm not expecting Bitcoin to go suddenly to 100,000. But I think whatever this manufactured spike is going to be, we just have to remember to take profits, folks, and not to get greedy, because you're going to need those funds to set yourself up even more for the major crash, whether it's in crypto, stock market, whatever the case. So you need to be prepared and making sure that you have your buy limit orders. Now, the Bitcoin phishing buy limit order document is down below in the description. You guys can check that out, and you can apply that to any other cryptocurrency that you want, because we talked about the crypto buffet, where you can get all the different cryptocurrencies that you want. But a lot of people right now, they're not really in that great of a position, so we need some type of short bull run, whether it's manufactured or not. However the case, a lot of people need those funds in order to do a lot of the other things that need to be done, including the beginning stages of their storehouse. You have to remember there's a lot of people that are just now getting into the wealth transfer a month or 2 or 3 months ago. So a lot of those people haven't had the funds to do everything that all of us have been doing over the last 2-3 years, really. When it comes to the crypto markets and setting up buy limit orders, we've been doing that for 14 months now. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over Dr. Maria Conwell's blind bull dream. This is from her website, onesmallflame.com/crypto word dreams. All right, and you can go there. The link will be down below in the description as well. Now, before I read this, some of you have actually sent me dreams about bulls in their dream, and it wasn't a very positive dream. I remember Sonia sent me a dream about the bull and how it was chasing them into the house, and maybe I'll have to go back over that one again. But for those of you who have had some of those dreams that you did send me, and we've discussed it here on this channel, keep this dream in mind as I'm reading it. All right, 11/7/22. I had a dream of a bull. Early this morning, I dreamt of a bull, and it was masked as its face was covered up with a white cloth, so I could only see its horns. The bull slowly went down a green hill and at the foot of the green hill was a steeper incline, which was made up of a brown dirt going farther down into a ravine, which ended in a stream. The bull went down to the steeper incline, down to the ravine, and stooped down to drink the waters of the stream. It was no longer masked. In the stream, I could see the letters XRP in bold, black font, floating everywhere, and the waters themselves were golden and flowing. The XRP looked like they were moving, like fish in the water. As I watched the bull, he drank from the stream and filled himself up with the XRP in his belly. The bull walked back up the hill, and it turned golden in color. Dream meaning and interpretation. The bull market will go down, and BTC with it. It is masked at first and doesn't realize it is going down. The bulls are blind. The bull goes down, gently at first and then sharply. When the bull goes down the steep brown hillside to the ravine, it realizes at that point that they are headed down. The mask is off. The bull looks to the golden water and XRP for assistance. All those BTC/bulls will quench their thirst with XRP. XRP is swimming in golden liquid water, which is the golden liquidity of the XRP ledger. The bulls who drink from the XRP ledger will become golden themselves and fat, carrying the wealth of XRP with them and in them. Do not worship the golden calf. Use it for good. All right, so there's a number of things on here that I want to discuss. First of all, the bull itself has blindfolds on it. And I think that a lot of people who are expecting like this bull run, they're blind, right? And it's not to say that it's not going to go up or we won't get a bull run, but I think that when a bull run is going to start to begin, a lot of people think that for whatever reason, it's going to continue. And at some point that it's going to go down this hill slowly. And then the bull itself, it was going down a hill, and then it was a steeper incline as it was further going down, right? So those are the things that we talked about when it comes to Bitcoin and the stock market. So it was going down a hill, and then it became steeper. It's almost like a chart, right? So it's going down, and then as if it's going down a hill, and then all of a sudden there's a steeper incline, right, which continues to go down. Once it was down there by the water, it was no longer masked, right? And then there was XRP in bold black font swimming like fish, and the bull drank from it, right? And he filled himself up with XRP in his belly. The bull walked back up the hill, and it turned a golden in color. So that's when we're going to see the real bull run, is after this crash and after we fill up on XRP. Now, whether we get this manufactured spike or not, right? And I've shared with you guys that make sure that you're in position regardless. That's the most important thing, is just to make sure that you're in position with all your buy limit orders. Because there's going to come a time that when this happens, you are going to need to go into your accounts and start setting up sell limit orders for Bitcoin. And when that happens, when it jumps back up to 10,000, then you're going to start pouring those funds into XRP. Right? Let's go back over Christopher Harris's dream, right? And he had this on March the 18th of this year. This is BTC Flash Crash 10K instructions. In a dream this morning, I heard the words, it went to 10K from zero. I believe this is about BTC recovering quickly to 10K from the flash crash. Later in the dream, I saw a written statement saying, transfer BTC at 10,000 to XRP and wait to see what you get. I believe this is about converting BTC to XRP, as while BTC has a good amount to rise from 10K to fulfill a previous sequence I saw, 66K. XRP might still be cheap at 10K BTC and also may not have recovered as quickly as BTC yet. Now keep in mind, he had another dream that Bitcoin went to zero, then it went to 10K, and then back to zero. And I shared with you guys, a lot of us may be selling off our Bitcoin at 10K, right? And that's going to cause Bitcoin to drop back down, or maybe some other event. But we need to make sure that we're selling our Bitcoin, most of it anyway, or a lot of it, or whatever God is, how is he directing you, and put it into XRP. Some people will be taking some of that cash and doing things that they want to be able to do. I believe after this point is when we're going to start to see the bull go back up this golden hill. And what she says in her interpretation, that the bulls are blind. And you're going to see a lot of things happen if we get this manufactured spike. We're going to hear about all the people saying, hey, we're going on a bull run, whatever. Maybe we're coming out of the bear market and so forth. You might hear that before this actually happens. I have no idea. But also, regardless if we get the spike or not, you got to remember what's currently out there. In other news, as far as like what's going on with Russia, they're talking about using nukes over there in Ukraine. And then you also have what's going on with China and Taiwan. And that's something that's just been kind of sitting on the back burner. There's any of those scenarios that could take place that could cause the markets to crash. So the most important thing, folks, in all of this, right, regardless of the scenario, is to make sure that you are in position, because when the time comes, it's going to be too late, folks. Some of you who are not doing this at all, or you think that it's not going to happen, you're going to miss the first round, because when Bitcoin goes up to 10,000, you already know that it's going to go back down to zero. And so that's why we're going to have to set up even more Bitcoin buy limit orders too as well, because it's going to crash back down to zero. I don't think it's going to stay there as long. So for those of you who have not set up any Bitcoin buy limit orders, you haven't set yourself up to receive any of the wealth transfer, right, the beginning of this thing, and which means you're not going to be prepared for when this happens. If you try to get in, it's going to be too late. You might have a chance when Bitcoin reaches 10,000 and then back down to zero, and then you're going to be struggling trying to put in all these buy limit orders in when all of us will be selling a lot of our Bitcoin off at 10K, right? And we're waiting for the next drop, and we're going to have so much money to work with. The wealth transfer community should be able to gobble up a lot of the Bitcoin that's out there, along with a lot of the other cryptocurrencies. And that's why I shared with you guys that one of the reasons why we are being shown some of these really low pricing points for like Shiba Inu, because God wants us to own Shiba Inu. He wants us to be the whales of Shiba Inu. And this is also too for some of you who are going to be using a hard ledger is, you're probably not going to sell all your Bitcoin off, right? Because you're going to wait, but you're going to be setting up buy limit orders again to catch even more Bitcoin. And so some of you might actually be putting some of your Bitcoin on a hard ledger. Let's say you catch 500, right? Maybe you want to take 50 or 100 and put it onto a hard ledger and then sell off the rest at 10,000 and then set up your buy limit orders for across the different platforms for the next time it drops to zero, right? Because it's going to do it when Bitcoin hits 10K. All right, so the Bitcoin phishing buy limit order document is down below in the description. And like I said, folks, you don't have to do this on all the different platforms. There are 3 prophetic platforms, Bittrex, KuCoin, and Coinbase, right? And Kraken also has some prophecies attached to it as well, right? So you can set up your Bitcoin buy limit orders on those 4 platforms. All the others is completely up to you. For me, I'm just trying to fish as much as possible. I'm telling you, some of these other platforms, you may not want to put as much on there. All right, so I just wanted to put that out there. All right, folks, so that is all that I have for today. I thank you guys for listening. God bless. TC out.